Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope that you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. So I thought I'd just make a quick video on this. I'm actually extremely happy that they're doing this and are posting more often. Within the last few months, I'm sure you've noticed the amount of misinformation about Ripple and XRP has just been astronomical. So the people at Ripple actually posted a FAQ, or frequently asked questions, about Ripple, XRP, and the project. I'll brush over some of the points and we'll focus on the more important ones. I'm already looking forward to all the hateful comments below every time that I make a video about Ripple. So something that I thought a lot of people knew, but I guess this wasn't common knowledge, is what is the difference between XRP, the XRP ledger, and Ripple. XRP, as many of you should know at this point, is the token that has value that runs on the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger is the open source distributed ledger that XRP runs on, and Ripple is the company. One of the main topics on their list, and the topic of this video, is XRP centralized? This has, without a doubt, been the probably the #1 annoyance when it comes to people asking questions about Ripple and XRP over the last few months, especially when people post in the comment section and say that it is centralized and then offer no rebuttal when you ask them to prove that it is. Centralization implies that a single entity controls the XRP ledger. Even though Ripple contributes to the open source code of the ledger, they do not own, control, or administer the XRP ledger. The ledger that runs XRP is decentralized, and if for some reason Ripple should cease to exist, if Ripple completely implodes, the XRP ledger and XRP will continue to live on and thrive. More so, even though it is already decentralized, they're continuing to make sure that this happens at a quicker rate. This is being done to make sure that there is no single point of failure within the network. As a result of this, they make sure that validators are trusted, have a wide range of geographic locations as to not have one single point of access, as well as multiple software platforms. Performance of all validators on the network is done by consensus agreement rate, uptime, as well as verification of identity and public attestation. Along with this, and this is the most important part, they are looking to add more UNLs. These are unique node lists, the nodes that not only validate transactions, but also allow amendments to be enabled or vetoed, as well as the modification of fees on the network, which at the current time I believe is less than 1 cent per transaction. Ripple's plan is, and this is very important, over the next 18 months, for every 2 third-party validating nodes that are on the network, Ripple will be removing one of their own validating nodes until, at the end of the time period, no one single person or entity will control a majority of the nodes on the network. The goal is to make Ripple more decentralized than Bitcoin, which, as I've said this before and I've been screamed at for, is more than 51% controlled by just 5 mining pools. Even better, in order for XRP to match Bitcoin and be on par with them as far as decentralization, it would only need 16 trusted validators, meaning within a few years' time, XRP will actually be more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just let that sink in for a moment, especially the people who disagree with this. So to finish it off, some of the common questions that are constantly asked of the company are, and that I've heard, is can Ripple freeze XRP transactions? No. No one can freeze the transactions. They are a company. They are not this godly entity that can control the entire network. Not even Ripple can freeze transaction. Every transaction is public on the ledger. And finally, can Ripple create more XRP? The answer is no. No, they cannot. The number is set to where it is and cannot and will not be changed. I'm not sure who started this rumor, but it's mind-boggling that you'd ask or imply that if they could, when people barely talk about how many Tether have been created over the last few months. It's kind of ridiculous. Like I always say, do your own research, stop believing lies, and stop posting things that aren't true. You are hindering the progression of the entire community when you do so. I'm going to post a link to the FAQ in the description below so you guys can read it and you can see it for yourself and you can pass it along so that people can stop asking these silly questions. Alrighty guys, that is definitely going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be. Hope you guys got something from it. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. See you.